Finally. Well, guys, I wanted to take a few minutes and update you guys on how Kirk and I have been doing. And granted, y'all seen some other unrelated videos, and obviously we're doing okay. Um, but what I wanted to share with you is more specifically, how we've been doing, what you can't see, sort of stuff. We have never gotten any of the food stamps. We did get WIC, but we didn't get food stamps. We haven't gotten Medicaid or anything else. Um, Most of you who have ever dealt with any of that stuff know that they take forever. Um, so the last call we got was from the caseworker asking more questions, and that was it. She didn't let us know or tell us what our status was. Um, right now we're living off of about $600 a month. Um, Once Kirk's money ran out for his sick weeks or his sick days or his vacation money, once all that was gone, his paid vacation and stuff like that was gone, um, Pop, even though they really can't afford to, but they don't want to leave us completely stranded. So Pop agreed that they would pay $300 on the first and $300 on the 15th until Kirk was completely able to go back to work. Um, so it's only been about $600 this whole month of September that we've gotten for bills and food and so forth. And Kirk is back to work, but it's only like partly. He did go to the doctor on the 18th though, and we're hoping that my father-in-law will be able to start paying him the full amount. Because what his doctor said was that he can go back to work. She agreed he can go back to work, but he's not supposed to lift anything heavier than 25 pounds right now. Whether Kirk obeys that or not, I don't know. But we're hoping with what the doctor said, even though Pop himself said, well, that doesn't, or that isn't 100%, we're still hoping that Pop will be willing to start paying him the full amount of his usual pay and that things will be completely back to normal. Yeah, the doctor that he went to was his his physical care doctor, his normal everyday doctor over at the VA. And since they never assigned him one, which was fine because he had one anyway, so he just had his medical records and things like that transferred over there to the VA. And she was the one who gave the second opinion. So, which we weren't surprised. I mean, he's really recovered really, really quickly. But my praise report in all of this and my reason, my purpose for sharing all of these videos related to this is to show just and sharing so much detail is to share how much our family or the family has had to, lean on God right now, and that we are leaning on God. And as a result, God really has been providing for us. In spite of the little bit of income, um, He has been providing. And there's been no doubt that He would. It's just that natural human instinct of wanting to worry and being concerned. And I just want it to be an encouragement to somebody else that's either going through a traumatic event themselves right now or that might in the future, that, look at my life. Look at what has happened for me. God will work the same way for you if you let Him. You know, He has allowed us to still have food and people to help where it is needed. Um, we've had offers of people, even last night, some of our house church were asking about the groceries. Have we got food stamps yet? And if not, we have like not only the Compassion Center that does a food bank, but our church also does a food bank. So we have the means of getting help where the groceries are concerned. And we've been able to pay the bills that would be at the skin of our teeth. We've been able to pay them. It's just any of the other non-necessity items that are having to be put on the back burner, which is fine. That's how God works. Sometimes He will give us our wants, but He's always going to take care of our needs. And I think of the verses that say, why worry about tomorrow? Tomorrow has enough troubles of its own. Um, Look at the birds of the air and the flowers and, all that, and how God takes care of all those things. How much more important are we? I'm paraphrasing, but it's always been a verse that was dear to my heart when my parents, who really didn't know how to manage money, and obviously neither do Kirk and I. And let me share that too with you guys if I haven't mentioned it already. Dave Ramsey learned from Larry Burkett, and Larry Burkett teaches financing and how to get out of debt and all that sort of stuff, but he uses Christian principles with that. And Dave Ramsey has followed in his footsteps to share it also, but I think he's a little bit more secular. He does share quotes from Larry Burkett and scripture references himself, but um, he Dave Ramsey was a rich man who became very poor. And check my time. So poor that he became homeless. And when he started putting to practice what he was learning through reading books and other materials by Larry Burkett, he found himself rich again and out of debt, no longer homeless. And this is maybe third, maybe fourth time, I think, that my church has done the Dave Ramsey. My father-in-law has even recommended him. And so, but back to what I was saying about my parents, though, even when they were struggling financially with stuff and worrying all the time about how we were going to get by and this, that, and the other, that when I was first really becoming interested in knowing God and the things of God, that was a scripture that came to me many times, and every time I saw it, I thought of my parents. And now I can relate it to my own life, of course. So that is how we are doing at the current time. And I just want to let you guys know too that your prayers have been answered. They're continuing to be answered, rather. And I will continue to keep y'all posted from time to time. I'm just, the biggest part of it is over. Now it's the aftermath, the other things that were affected by the event that's left at this point. So I'll say good day and God bless everybody.